O ye beloved of the Lord, in this sacred dispensation, conflict and contention are in no wise permitted. Every aggressor deprives himself of God's grace. It is incumbent upon everyone to show the utmost love, rectitude of conduct, straightforwardness, and sincere kindliness unto all the peoples and kindreds of the world, be they friends or strangers. So intense must be the spirit of love and loving kindness that the stranger may find himself a friend, the enemy a true brother, no difference whatsoever existing between them. For universality is of God, and all limitations earthly. Thus man must strive that his reality may manifest virtues and perfections, the light whereof may shine upon everyone. The light of the sun shineth upon all the world, and the merciful showers of divine providence fall upon all peoples. The vivifying breeze reviveth every living creature, and all beings endued with life obtain their share and portion at his heavenly board. In like manner, the affections and loving kindness of the servants of the one true God must be bountifully and universally extended to all mankind. Regarding this, restrictions and limitations are in no wise permitted. Wherefore, O my loving friends, consort with all the peoples, kindreds, and religions of the world with the utmost truthfulness, uprightness, faithfulness, kindliness, goodwill, and friendliness, that all the world of being may be filled with the holy ecstasy of the grace of Baha, that ignorance, enmity, hate, and rancor may vanish from the world, and the darkness of estrangement amidst the peoples and kindreds of the world may give way to the light of unity. Should other peoples and nations be unfaithful to you, show your fidelity unto them. Should they be unjust toward you, show justice towards them. Should they keep aloof from you, attract them to yourselves. Should they show their enmity, be friendly towards them. Should they poison your lives, sweeten their souls. Should they inflict a wound upon you, be a salve to their sores. Such are the attributes of the sincere. Such are the attributes of the truthful. O ye beloved of the Lord, strive with all your heart to shield the cause of God from the onslaught of the insincere, for souls such as these cause the straight to become crooked, and all benevolent efforts to produce contrary results. Dearly beloved brethren and sisters in Abdu'l-Baha, at this early hour, when the morning light is just breaking upon the Holy Land, whilst the gloom of the dear Master's bereavement is still hanging thick upon the hearts, I feel as if my soul turns in yearning love and full of hope to that great company of his loved ones across the seas, who now share with us all the agonies of his separation. It is idle for me to emphasize how much the sorrowful ladies of the Holy Household look forward to the work that lies before the friends in the American continent, who in the past have rendered so glorious a service to his cause, and will now, faithful to his special love for them, carry on their mission still more gloriously than ever before. True, the shock has been too terrible and sudden for us all to recover from in so short a time, but whenever we recall his sayings and read his writings, hope springs in our hearts and gives us the peace that no other material comfort can give. How well I remember when, more than 2 years ago, the beloved Master, turning to a distinguished visitor of his, who was seated by him in his garden, suddenly broke the silence and said, "My work is done now upon this plane. It is time for me to pass on to the other world." Did he not, in more than one occasion, state clearly and emphatically, "Were ye to know what will come to pass after me, surely would ye pray that my end be hastened?" In a tablet sent to Persia when the storm raised years ago by that committee of investigation was fiercely raging around him, when the days of his incarceration were at their blackest, he reveals the following: "Now in this world of being, the hand of divine power hath firmly laid the foundations of this all-highest bounty and this wondrous gift. Gradually whatsoever is latent in the innermost of this holy cycle shall appear and be made manifest, for now is but the beginning of its growth, and the dayspring of the revelation of its signs. Ere the close of this century and of this age, it shall be made clear and manifest how wondrous was that springtide, and how heavenly was that gift." With such assuring utterances, and the unmistakable evidences of his sure and clear knowledge that his end was nigh, is there any reason why the followers of his faith the world over should be perturbed? Are not the prayers he revealed for a sufficient source of inspiration to every worker in his cause? Have not his instructions paved before us the broad and straight path of teaching? Will not his now doubly effective power of grace sustain us, strengthen us, and confirm us in our work for him? Ours is the duty to strive by day and night to fulfill our own obligations and then trust in his guidance and never-failing grace. Unity amongst the friends, selflessness in our labors in his path, detachment from all worldly things, the greatest prudence and caution in every step we take, earnest endeavor to carry out only what is his holy will and pleasure, the constant awareness of his presence and of the example of his life, the absolute shunning of whomsoever we feel to be an enemy of the cause, these, and foremost among them is the need for unity, appear to me as our most vital duties should we dedicate our lives for his service. Should we in this spirit arise to serve him, what surer and greater promise have we than the one his glorious Father Baha'u'llah gives us in his most holy book? Verily we behold you from our realm of effulgent glory, and shall graciously aid whosoever ariseth for the triumph of our cause with the hosts of the celestial concourse and a company of our chosen angels." How dearly all the holy leaves cherish that memory of the departed Master, as he commented upon the fresh tidings that poured in from that continent, admiring the untiring activity of the friends, the complete subordination of their material interests to those of the cause, the remarkable spread of the movement in their midst, and their staunch firmness in the covenant of Baha'u'llah. It is these encouraging reflections of the Master about his loved ones in America, and the tests, intellectual rather than physical, which he said he would send to them to purify them and make ever brighter than before, it is these comments and promises of his that make of the movement in that land such a potent force in the world today. The beloved Master's cable to the friends in that region is a clear indication of the presence of those counteracting forces that may usher in those storms of tests that the Master himself has said will ultimately be for the good of the cause in that land. And finally, the ladies of the sacred household and we, the rest of his kindred and family, will pray at his hallowed shrine for every one of you. and he will surely watch over and enhance in the course of time that noble part of his heritage that he has bequeathed to his friends in the far West, friends from whom in return he expects so much, and whom he has loved and still doth love so dearly. Your sincere co-worker in his cause, Shogi.